good evening, and welcome to Tea Time.
Hey everybody, welcome to Tea Time. Thank you for joining me. It is a Monday, November 25th. Holy cannoli, the last Monday. I can't believe it. I want to talk about my weekend real quick and then get to my in-studio guest. Friday, I went to a book signing in Yonkers. Met my friend Frank Mancuso there. He is promoting a screenplay that he's actually writing from a book by Rocco Trombetta called There Once Was a Melody in the Bronx. Yes, and it's a great story. And this gentleman, Rocco, actually sang with Joe Pesci back in the day, and Frank is going to be writing it into a screenplay. So it's very exciting. Had a great time. And then Saturday night, Murdered by the Mob. Yes, we did it at the Grizzly Pear, which is a comedy club in the city, and had a great time. And then Sunday, laundry and football. That's pretty much my weekend. And let me get to my guest. And I also want to say before I forget, it is going to be Thanksgiving, so everyone's going to be prepping for that this week. So just get your turkeys, and I'm looking forward to my mother's stuffing, Italian stuffing. It's so good. Once a year. All right, he's a singer, he's a songwriter, he's a producer, he's an actor, and he's an author. The man has done everything. My friend Dave REVELS is here.
Hey, Theresa.
Hi.
Happy to see you always, you know that.
Oh, I'm so happy to have you back.
Oh, pleasure.
It's been a little while.
Yeah.
But I want everyone to get to know you if they haven't, caught you on my show. I know you live on Long Island. Mm-hmm. And you went to school in Brooklyn, right? You went to Erasmus
Hall High School.
Yeah, high school. Where there you were actually in the Glee Club.
Oh, yeah, the Glee Club. And played football.
Yes.
All American stuff.
Yeah. But before that, you weren't actually born here.
No, that's what makes it interesting. I'm one of those people, I've lived the American dream. I was born in England and migrated here. I was in Jamaica for a few years. My mother's Jamaican.
Yes.
And my father's U.S. Air Force. Mm-hmm. So the story is very complicated, but interesting.
We're going to have to write a book about this. Your life story. I think it would make a great movie.
I should.
Absolutely. We need to work on that. Yeah. So then after high school, you went to college.
Yeah, Brooklyn College.
Yeah. And also, let's say you are a September baby, like myself. Your birthday's like a week after mine. Yep. I'm the 6th.
12th.
Right? The 12th.
Yeah.
And you celebrated your birthday at the cutting room.
Yes.
And I was there for that. We have a couple of pics of that, the cutting room. Yeah, there you are. Oh, it was such a great night. Oh, such a great night. I love that pic of you under the guitar chandelier. It's great.
That's cool, man.
I
went back to take that picture just to have that picture,
I love that pic. Yeah. I love that pic. And then we have the first pic is you singing back in the day. Look at you.
Look at a young kid.
It's great.
Not a drop of hair on my body.
It's great. Oh my God. So let's get into it because you have had an amazing career. In the 80s, you were a member of the Hall of Fame group, the Drifters.
Yes.
For 10 years.
Yeah, that's
right?
that's my cutting my teeth days. Yeah.
Cutting your teeth days. And you worked with Charlie Thompson back then
Yeah.
and Ellsbury Hobbs.
Yes, yes,
Right?
yes.
I mean, how crazy is that?
You know, through that group, I met all the iconic rock and rollers, Bo Diddley, Chuck Berry, Chubby Checker, even Fabian of all people.
Wow.
Roy Orbison. I can keep Del Shannon. And I got to watch these people night after night. And I learned something from all of them. I learned, don't fake it. You know, because the same folks that I was joking with backstage behind the curtain,
Right.
they passed from backstage onto the stage being the same person. And they were all incredibly like that. I mean, you know, Fats Domino, Frankie Ford, all these guys, I keep rattling off all these names,
Yeah.
Leslie Gore, Dick Clark. So I learned how to be a professional and how to be comfortable in my own skin.
How did you get that gig with the Drifters?
Funny. I did a favor for another artist who couldn't make a show, and I filled in for her. And as a favor, she told me, I have 2 auditions for you 2 days from now. One was for the road tour of The Wiz as a Tin Man.
Wow.
And the other was the Drifters.
Right.
I did a gig the night before, so it was too late. I didn't get up for the Wiz audition, but I went for the Drifters.
Right.
So they put me through the paces of dancing. I didn't know any Drifter song
Right.
except for on Broadway, George Benson.
Yes, yes.
And I went through the ropes, and they asked me, do I have a tuxedo? I said, yeah. They said, okay, meet me at 125th Street and 2nd Avenue at 5 o'clock. We got a gig tonight. So I went from the audition right to the stage.
Wow.
That's how my career started with the Drifters.
And that was it?
That was it.
That's incredible.
That was it. I learned as I went.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what a story. I mean, and that was it. You just got on stage that night, and that was it. There was like no audition. There's no rehearsal.
No rehearsal.
There's no nothing.
I just studied the songs on the way to the gig. You know. Wow. But that's been a life story of mine. It happened the same way with the Persuasions.
Yes. Well, you were a big fan of the Drifters.
Yes.
To begin with,
Yeah.
we actually have a pic that we're going to put up with you and the Drifters. Yeah, that's it, right?
That's with Charlie Thomas and
Yep.
the Four Tops.
Yep. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the Four Tops.
My idols.
Yes,
when
you
I worked
love
with
the
them,
Four
yeah,
Tops.
I love them. I love Levi. I
Love the
those
Four
guys.
Tops.
And that's
there's
the
the
Persuasions.
Persuasions. So
Yeah,
after
joined
so the
group.
Persuasions, again, well, I want to back up a little bit because we mentioned the Drifters, but I want to just say real quick, again, jumping to Persuasions, you were the lead singer for the Persuasions, and you were arranger. You arranged.
Yeah,
you
I
did
took
arrangements
over.
for them and produced.
Yes, I took over for Jerry Lawson was the original lead singer and primary arranger for the group, and
Right.
he left to go solo.
Right.
And I got a call from Jimmy Hayes, the late great, asked me to come in and do a show.
Right.
Again.
Yeah.
I learned the songs on the van on the way to Virginia
Wow.
for my first show with them, and then it evolved into producing and arranging the albums on the first album I did with them called The Persuasion Sings You Too. And then I did a Dylan album, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Like that,
And then I know you fell in love with, like you said, Levi Stubbs and the Four Tops.
That's how I learned how to sing.
And that's how you created your show, right?
Yes.
Shadows of the 60s, which you're going to be performing next month. Tell everyone what day, because we're gonna run the commercial for it. But
December 23rd,
Yes.
7:30 p.m. It's a
7:30.
Monday night.
Yeah.
The
Argyle Theater, yeah.
34 West Main Street, Babylon Village, Long Island.
yeah.
And I actually remembered all that.
That's good. That's good. Oh my God, that's great. No, I'm looking forward to it. I actually took my mom a couple of years ago to the show. She loved it, and it's a
Yeah, it's
great,
fun, man.
great show because I love Motown. I love doo-wop. I love the harmonies. I love the I don't want to say costumes, but just the wardrobe and the camaraderie of the people that you've put together for this show.
Well, you know, it started for me was I love the Four Tops.
Yes.
And when Levi passed away, as homage, I started doing a Four Tops tribute just for the love of it.
Right.
And it took off.
Right.
And then people wanted to hear the Temptation song, they wanted to hear the Supreme song. So I started expanding the show.
Yeah.
And then it gradually became a nationally touring production.
Yeah. And you toured. You toured from Atlantic City to Vegas.
And,
I mean,
and
you were
even
all
Italy.
over.
Even Italy and
yeah.
Jamaica.
Wow.
So it took off a life of its own because I'm a stickler for detail.
Yeah.
You know, I try to run like a Broadway show where nobody's sipping water on the stage.
Yeah.
The show doesn't have
doesn't have a
pregnant
lull.
pauses.
Right.
No,
There's no lull.
Because
it just keeps moving.
People's imagination, you know, everybody's quick, whether they realize it or not. And if you linger too long, and you bore people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, I totally get it. And we gotta. All right. We got time before my first break. I'm like looking, trying to watch my time. You also wrote a musical. You wrote a musical called Love Potion Number 10.
Yeah, I wrote the music for it.
The music for it.
Yeah.
But it actually ran for 7 years?
At the Sahara Hotel, which is now torn down. I don't know what, they got a parking lot down there in Vegas.
I don't know.
But I wrote the music for that. And the song Love Potion Number 10. And Love Potion Number 9, the last phrase was, I wonder what would have happened.
Right. Like what happened after
9.
After 9.
So I told a story what happened after 9. What happened between, me and the gypsy.
You and the gypsy.
What you did to me, Love Potion Number 9 was the first thing, was an experiment, but 10 was she perfected the formula.
Was there a video for that?
No, we're gonna do that.
No, we are gonna do that.
We're gonna do a Halloween
We
video.
actually talked about that.
I want to do a Halloween
video. Because I know
video
you
with
mentioned.
you.
Yeah. Listen, I'm in.
We're gonna write it together, all right?
But I love the diversity of your music. You've written a lot of original songs, and what I love is that you go from reggae to country to rock to soul to calypso. I mean, I like that you're not just in the one genre. I want to know how a song comes to you. Is it the lyrics? Is it melody in your head? How does your process work, Dave
Everything
Revels?
you just said. Everything you just said.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a random thought. Sometimes I'm walking on the street and I see something, and the genre of the music is basically, for me, comes from whatever the message I'm trying to relate to, or the spirit of the idea.
Yeah.
So I never start off saying I'm gonna write an R&B song, I'm gonna write a rock song, I'm gonna write a reggae song. The song, the content dictates where it's going to go.
Right.
And so I don't know. I'm not a formalized, I didn't learn how to do music. Some people ask, what instruments you play? I say I play musicians. Because I know what this guy plays like, what this guy sounds like, what this person does like.
Yeah.
So I bring this person together in the room and said, okay, you do this, you do that, you play it like this, you do this. And then
you're like Quincy Jones.
I don't know.
Right? The late, great Quincy Jones, right?
Wouldn't even call myself
You're
that.
conducting everybody. You're trying to...
Because I have to.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I don't play the instruments,
well, you know
so
what
I play
it is?
musicians.
Well, that's the thing. You have to really... You have it in your head and you want to hear it.
Yeah, and it's all that. And I let the message tell me where it's going. I don't dictate it. I can't.
Yeah.
It's coming from another place to me. Like sometimes when I write a song, I go, where did that come from? I couldn't dissect it again if I had to. It just comes.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed that I was used as a conduit for some cosmic stream that flowed through me in that moment.
Well, talking about stream, we're going to take my first break. And when we come back, Dave is going to sing live. That's right. He's going to come back with One Man Woman. So don't go away. More after this.
Wonder Woman was everything to little girls, especially that look like me. She stands for being a voice for people that need a voice. My organization renovates homes for people with disabilities. And when I come home, a self-care routine makes me feel my best. I'm very proud of the difference that we're making, and to see that impact in my community inspires me to work even harder for everyone around me.
music was great. The singing was dynamite. The dancing was excellent. The people in the audience loved it.
When I heard you singing Santa Claus is Coming to Town, I thought you were little Michael Jackson reincarnated, come out and sang again.
Brought me back to my teenage years. Thank you.
Believe in you. Let's see if you believe in me.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. Don't worry, Dave's still here. He's over there. He's gonna sing an original song. Dave Revels, One Man Woman.
I was too busy looking past you to see that you were just drifting away. Just like a child from those old schoolyard days. I'm on the ball, so I call the play. Now that I'm willing to give love and take it, your heart is so, so far away. The girl that I knew is a woman today. She has no time to come out and play. She's a one-man woman who needs a one-woman man to give her love only one time. Don't take it back. How could I be so blind not to see? You've always been right there for me. All that I have would mean nothing to own, 'cause your love to me is richer than gold. Once in a lifetime, you find love that captures your both heart and soul. Take it from me, there ain't no harmony sweeter than love, or fits like a glove. When a one-man woman needs a one-woman man, they give their heart only one time and don't take it back. You give it more than words can say. Open every door. Now it's as clear as day. I know now that you're one of a kind. Now I know. And I wanna be your one-woman man. One-man woman. To your one-man woman. One-man woman. To give my love only one time. Don't take it back. If you believe in love, sing along. Na 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 needs a one-woman man to give her love only one time and don't take it back. Because a one-man woman needs a one-woman man, yeah, to give her love only one time and don't take it back.
Woo! Yay! Thank you, my friend. I love it. First of all, I love all your songs. Okay, I have a few faves. Okay. I gotta put on my glasses. I love A Good Jamaican Woman.
Yeah.
Love that song. And who inspired that?
My Good Jamaican Woman.
Yes, she is. Yes,
She inspired that one.
And I also love Move That Mountain. I always love She, Myself, and You, Happy to Be Me. There's just so many songs that you've written that are relatable. And I think that's what connects, you know, when someone can say, yeah, that's my story too.
You just said a key word for me. Everybody got a story. And I just don't like to point out a problem. I like to, even if it's a love affair gone wrong, I like to find a way to make it work. You know, like there's a song I wrote called 100,000 Million Reasons.
Yes.
Which talks about when you meet somebody, you got 100,000 million reasons why you love them. And before you break up, you should find 100,000 reason and one to stay together.
Right.
So that song was about that,
Yeah.
that kind of a thing. But yeah, it's you know, I like I said, I write stories. I'm a storyteller.
You do. I love it. I totally love it. We got a couple of pics actually I want to put up. IJKNL, if we can, because I want everyone to see how much fun it is. Well, there's the Shadows of the 60s, thank you, because that's what you're doing next month. And then there's pics of, you know, you guys on stage having a blast.
Oh, yeah.
Because your shows, they are so energetic, and everyone's either up on their feet dancing or singing along, and it's a great time. So, you know, Dave is on Facebook. It's Dave Revels on Facebook, and also he's on Instagram as Revels Music 2018, and you could go to daverevels.com. So this is a show that everyone really needs to see. It just brings, you know, it's just good music, and it feels good for the soul, and it's just a great time. And like I said, I brought my mom, and she loved it. But grab someone you love, and it makes a great holiday gift. Hello, it's right before Christmas, right, December 23rd. So grab your loved one, go see it at the Argyle Theater. It's just a great night out.
And we also have gifts for them in case they didn't buy gifts for their loved ones yet.
Oh, there you go.
You know,
yes.
T-shirts and stuff
yes.
like that. They can,
swag, a little swag.
for their loved ones.
And CDs.
Little
and
plug.
and I think Pick R is one of the CDs that you're actually holding. There you go.
Oh, that's one of mine, yeah.
Yes. And like I said, it's I love that I can understand the lyrics. Okay, I can, and then they're catchy, and like you know, and you could sing along to them. It's just great. I mean, it's just fabulous. But let's continue with your fabulosity, shall we? I know that you were also involved in a very special project that was dear to your heart called Stand Up America.
Right.
That's Pick M. Thank you. And yeah, and tell everyone about that.
Well, that logo, I got that in a dream. That came to me in a dream.
Wow.
There
are only 3
colors in America, meaning I don't care what color skin you are. You live in America, that's it. There are only 3 colors.
Right.
The blue field represents a beautiful blue sky that day. No imagination of anything could take place except a wonderful day ahead of you.
Right.
The red represents the blood that was innocent blood that was spilled that day. The 3 stars represent the World Trade Center, Flight 93, and the Pentagon. That's in the logo.
Right.
And I wrote that song because I realized the world changed for the United States of America and our future generation children in that instant.
Right.
So in that moment before September 11th, we were at odds with each other.
We were.
We literally had that same thing where we weren't talking to each other.
Yeah.
But when it happened, I watched everybody come together because I was one of the first productions that started touring after they opened up the airwaves again.
Right.
And I started performing the Lee Greenwood song, God Bless USA.
Yes.
But to me, I felt that song didn't speak to everybody because we're a land of many ethnicities. So I started writing Stand Up America to speak to the core of America, which is the land of immigrants to begin with. I love history.
Yeah.
So I go back to American history before the Mayflower, and I look at European history and what brought those first set of Europeans to these shores, the Germans, the Polish, the Russians, all those people came here because they were escaping poverty and savagery.
They wanted a better life.
They wanted a better life.
Yeah.
So I wrote the song to show that we are one, and I took it around the country to schools because a lot of principals introduced it to schools because the message was inclusive.
Right.
So that's,
right.
And I did it at Shea Stadium in Citi Field.
Yes.
Where I produced a show with Fort Hamilton Garrison Base.
Yep.
And I have a 4-star general, who's a friend of mine from NATO. He came from Pennsylvania to say the Pledge of Allegiance in full regalia for that event. I had the Ground Zero flag unfurled on the field for that event.
Wow.
So You know, and I had 200 school kids from Catholic schools, Jewish schools, and public schools sing the song with me that day.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a special moment.
And I didn't take a penny from all that. It was all a give back.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's a lot you do that, you know, people don't know about. You know, you always have to give back.
And they don't need to. You just do it. You don't
just do it.
You don't do it for pat on the back.
No, absolutely. You also taught the art of performing live for students. Is that what it was?
At a place called Fur Peace Ranch. It's unfortunately, they closed their doors. It was run by York McCocken of Jefferson Airplane, and Jack Cassidy was always there too.
Right.
And I was a teacher. I taught vocals to
But
novices.
you actually used a book that you wrote called Mastering the Art of Live Entertainment.
How to be comfortable in your own
Right?
skin.
And it was like a class guide kind of thing?
Yeah, what it is that I'm always tutoring singers how to, my key thing around people is teaching you how to be comfortable on stage.
Okay.
By being yourself, going back to that.
Right.
So the book became a natural extension when I said, you know, I'm always telling people this stuff. Let me just write in a book form.
Right.
As a, sort of like just something they can have in their back pocket. It's a folding book. Slip in your back pocket, you can wrinkle it up and just read. It talks about the stage, the songs, the technical side, how to relate to a tech crew.
Right.
How to relate to the sound crew on a gig, that you're just a side man, you're not the featured artist, but you're just an add-on talent for the night.
Yeah.
You know, how to talk to the sound crew, befriend them, you know, get them to help you, because they're willing to do it.
Yeah.
Get there early, meet people, and how to just work your gig.
Right.
So that's what that book's about.
That's good. It's kind of like, you know, for beginners. I mean, beginners and people who want to get into the industry, because you know, and we've talked about this before, the entertainment industry we love, but sometimes it doesn't love you back. And, you know, you have to have thick skin for this.
You got to believe in yourself. I mean, everybody who enters this has a reason why. Some people because they want to be famous, which is a very elusive thing to be.
Yeah.
You don't make yourself that way. People decide if they want to call you famous.
Right.
But it can be brutal, you know, because it's subjective. You know, you want to be loved. Love me.
Yeah.
You know,
like me. Like me. Right.
and once people it's like smelling blood in the water for sure. If they smell that you really want to get that, some people will manipulate you and hurt you.
It's true. It's true.
So don't rely on that, because you open yourself up to a lot of pain from the wrong kind of people.
Yeah, no. All right, listen, we're going to take my next break. When we come back, Dave is going to sing. What are you going to sing?
With my better half.
With your better half,
yeah.
Sonia?
It's one of the songs in our Motown production, Shadow of the 60s. Yes. You're going to hear that at Argyle.
Yeah.
It's a Marvin and Tammy duet.
Yes.
And
I love when you guys sing together.
Yeah, she's cool. She's
all right, so listen, don't go away, because when you come back, when we come back, you're going to hear more great music after this. Don't go away.
Wonder Woman was everything to little girls, especially that look like me. She stands for being a voice for people that need a voice. My organization renovates homes for people with disabilities. And when I come home, a self-care routine makes me feel my best. I'm very proud of the difference that we're making, and to see that impact in my community inspires me to work even harder for everyone around me.
The music was great, the singing was dynamite, the dancing was excellent, the people in the audience loved it.
When I heard you singing Santa Claus is Coming to Town, I thought you were little Michael Jackson reincarnated, come out and sang again.
Brought me back to my teenage years. Thank you.
Believe in you. Let's see if you believe in me.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. So glad you're joining me. This is a special night for me, because my friend Dave Revels is here, and he is going to sing with his beautiful wife, Sonia, and they're going to sing You're All I Need, which they're going to be performing next month at the Argyle. So take a listen. Here they are, Sonia and Dave Revels.
You're all my pride. I'll sacrifice for you, dedicate my life to you. I'll go where you lead, always there in time of need.
When I lose my will, you'll be there to push me up the hill. There's no looking back for us. We've got love, sure enough, that's enough. You're all I need to get by. I need to get by. Like a legal protects his nest. For you, I'll do my best. Stick by you like a tree. And anybody to try and move me.
Darling, in you I found strength when I was torn down. Don't know what's in store, but together we can open any door. Just to do what's good for you and inspire you a little higher.
I know you can make a man out of a soul that didn't have gold. 'Cause we got the right foundation, and with love and determination, you're all I wanna strive for and do a little more. You're all the joys are there inside, wrapped up into one. You're all I need. You're all I need. You're all I need to get by. Oh, yes. Honey, 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 yes. I love you, darling. Oh, I need you. You're all I need. Oh, you're all. I love you, darling. Oh, I need you. You're all I need. You're all I want. You're all I want. Oh, you're all. I love you, darling. Oh, I need you. You're all I need. You're all I want. You're all I want. Oh, you're all. You're all I need to get by.
Oh, thank you for that. Thank you, Sonia. Oh, that's fabulous. How special is that, singing with her?
Oh, yeah.
Do you fall in love with her over and over and over
All the
again?
time. I'm going to tell you a little story about her singing, though, right? Sonia is a respiratory therapist by trade.
Yes, she
okay?
is. Yes, she is.
And she worked in the city at Jacoby Hospital for many, many years.
Yeah.
If you saw a trauma on television, she was at the head of the table doing
Yeah,
that
and
trauma.
I know COVID was a particularly...
Way before COVID.
Well, I know, but
Yeah.
COVID was
Oh,
a
that was devastating.
rough time for her.
But the thing about that was, I didn't know she could sing. And so one day, she went to Atlantic City with her girlfriends and did a karaoke.
Yeah.
So she came back home with it, and this is when we were dating. And so she plays her girlfriend singing first.
Horrible?
Horrible.
Okay.
And then she does a song she sang My Girl, but she said My Guy. And
Okay,
I'm sitting there
I've done that.
I'm sitting in front of the speaker eating my curds and whey, and her voice pops out of the speaker, and I went, "You can sing?"
Wow.
So because I know she dealt with trauma all her life,
Yeah.
I brought her into my shows.
Yeah.
Just to give her that instant gratification of people feeling good versus people feeling sad.
Yeah.
So that's how her genesis actually with music.
Wow.
And I think she's better trained than some trained singers.
Really?
Great ears.
Oh, she's got a beautiful voice.
Doesn't go flat really at all.
Yeah.
And, she just has great phrasing. She's a natural. She's one of those people that unless somebody brings them to your attention, they're better than people who are doing it just for that living thing.
Right.
But, she's my star.
Aw, that's sweet. Oh, and you have such a beautiful family together. You
Yeah,
really, really do.
Yes, we're blessed with our beautiful children.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, my
Life is good.
goodness. All right, so let's talk about you a couple of years ago actually were invited by Paul Stanley from KISS to perform. Shadows of the
to do his 70th birthday.
His 70th birthday.
In Hollywood.
70th birthday. And we have pics of that. That's OP and Q. OP and Q, please, of you guys in LA with Paul. Yeah, well, that's you and Gene.
Yeah, that's his sunglasses. He put them on me.
He put his
And
sunglasses
we
on
posed
you.
Together, and we posed together. I said to myself, you know, he wears his shades all the time.
I know
to be
he
cool.
does, right?
I think him putting it on me says maybe he thought I was cool too.
And there you
With Paul.
yeah, with
Paul in that one?
No,
No,
that's
Paul, that's still
with
Gene.
Gene. The next one's with Paul.
Yeah. Paul is cool.
There you
man.
go.
Paul is cool.
Yeah, so that was his 70th, and he said, "Hey, I want a little Motown at my party."
He told me that he was looking for the best Four Tops authentic sound he could find for his 70th birthday.
Wow.
And he said he researched it and he chose us because
That's
I do
amazing.
the voice of Levi.
Yes.
I'm a vocal mimic, I guess. I can mimic it.
Right.
But I actually cut my teeth on Levi when I was a youngster, like 13.
Right.
I played every Four Tops song on the big old Magnavox stereo
Yeah.
and turntable. And I tried to reach for every note he reached for, not realizing I was learning a language, the language of his style of singing.
Yeah.
So when I started doing the Four Tops, it was natural for me to inflect like him.
Right.
Because I wasn't trying to be. Because
Right, right.
that was my teacher.
Yes. Yeah.
Like most musicians, if you want to play bass or guitar or anything, you always latch on to one artist that you feel an affinity towards.
Right.
And you try to hit everything they do.
Yeah.
And as you're doing, you're getting better.
Right.
So for me, as a vocalist, it was Levi. I listened to everything about him to the point where, you know, I spoke with Duke, because Duke called me and was talking to me, because at one time they were looking to get a new lead, and he called me personally.
Yeah.
But it was a beautiful conversation, but he realized he said I had a family, and he knows that, and I know it's a fact, because when you go on the road as an artist and you have a family, you can lose your family. You know, because I was married before, and I was on the road 28 days a month with the Drifters.
Right.
And that's not good for a relationship.
No.
And Duke sensed that, so I think that's why he decided not to engage me to do lead for the Four Tops.
Wow.
But just the fact that he called me
Right.
meant the world to me.
Yeah.
And we chatted for a little bit, and I still talk to the manager of the group too.
Wow.
And I keep in touch, you know.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
It's amazing. So let's talk about acting.
To be or not to be.
Let's talk about acting,
Fun is the
because
question.
you and I have acted together.
Yes, my dear.
We did a show called Bat Boy, A Yankee
Yes.
Miracle, and that's the story of Ray Negron. Google it. He got caught spray painting Yankee Stadium when he was 17, and there we are. That's some of the cast from Bat Boy a while ago. Oh, I miss everybody. I really do
Yeah,
miss
it
that
was
show.
fun.
And then the next pick is you and I
Yes, a
in a romantic
romantic
interlude,
Yes.
because what
I
happened
got
was
in
is-
trouble over that picture. My wife wanted to know who that woman was in that picture.
Dave played Ray Negron's dad, and I normally played his Aunt Olga,
Yeah.
who comes in the beginning, and I find my son shot dead, and it's a very dramatic scene. And then the second half, I come out as this blonde, ditzy woman who plays the marshmallow salesman's girlfriend, who Billy Martin punches out and he gets fired for the third time. But that particular show was actually at the Yogi Berra Museum in Jersey, and they called me up and they said, "We need someone to play the other woman." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Okay." So I grabbed a different wig and an outfit, and it was so fun playing opposite you. It was just so much fun.
It was cool. It was like we flowed like we were.
Yeah,
But we always had a
it
comfortable
was
attitude.
easy.
We've
It was
always had
just
a
it was
relationship,
just
yeah.
easy. But you know what it is, when you're friends first
Yeah.
and you have that kind of relationship, it comes more naturally,
Yes,
and it
yes.
was really good. And you know, here I come out, oh Papi, and you know, because I want to be all over him. And the next thing I know, your wife comes in and she catches us, and you know, and he's blaming me, and I'm like, I'm trying to blame him. It's a fun scene. It was
And
just
I
a
had
fun
to slap
scene.
you, but not a real slap. Though. It was a fake slap.
Yeah. It was just a
Had to
lot of
slap my
fun.
wife,
But
yeah,
I know you want to pursue more acting.
Yes, I do.
And I actually did
really do.
connect you with a friend of mine, Nick Christophers, who's doing something. And he called, he says, I need somebody who can do a Jamaican accent. And I was like,
Yeah, man. You know,
Dave, you do a
it.
great
I'm
accent.
gonna try it. My wife called me Jafaican
Yes.
because I sound like a Bajan, Trinidadian, Guyanese, everything but a straight Jamaican. But I can do it. You know, I can put on the accent. It's
Yeah.
kind of natural. But
Yeah.
it was so much fun because I love theater.
Yes.
Because to be another person,
Yeah.
that's what thrills me.
Yeah.
To be another person, and just go with that. That to me, it's just I love it. So I love to do more. I
It's
find
a
it
lot of
thrilling.
fun, and
I
we
find it
we
thrilling.
are we're gonna get you more work. I find people. I mean, look, I want to find work for myself, but I've been finding a lot of people work lately, which I love because I love
It's gonna come
helping
back.
people.
Gonna come
You
back to
know, I hope so, but I don't do it for that. You know that.
Can I make a prediction?
Yes, go ahead.
Several of the people that Theresa has helped, when they break out and become famous, she's going to get a call from their director says, you know, so-and-so said I should call you because you'd be perfect for the role. So it's coming back to you.
Thank you.
Mark my words.
Thank you. You also do your own podcast.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
It's called Move That Mountain.
Move That
with
Mountain.
Chapters Network. I do shows to encourage people, again, to be comfortable in their own skin.
Right.
To embrace who they are.
Right.
And I focus on how people rise above obstacles in their lives.
Right.
You know, because we're all one step away from a breakdown.
Aren't we all?
Everybody.
That's pick number S.
Everyone.
Letter S, by the way.
Yeah, everybody is one step away from a breakdown.
I agree.
So I try to talk about ways people cope.
Yes.
And I try to encourage people that, you know,
there it is.
always take a deep breath.
Yeah.
You know, I call it breathing room.
Yes.
Finding breathing room.
Yeah.
So the show is centered around
Thank
episodes
you.
with artists and people who have overcome an obstacle to arrive at another chapter in their life that's more comfortable than the last one.
Right.
So I reach out to artists that are not fully blown up yet in their career, but they're on the rise.
Right.
And they're wading their way through all the difficulties and situations they've been in, and they're finding pathways. Because I believe that everyone you meet that's successful, they're a living, breathing plan. They're a living, breathing, how would you call it? Way to do things. They're a blueprint. There's the word.
Right, blueprint.
They're a living, breathing blueprint.
Right.
So you don't have to always invent the path of success. Look at what other people who've been successful do.
Yeah.
Follow it and tailor it to you, your personality. But they're all there. That's why you should always look for mentors. And if you are in that position to mentor someone, I tell people like that, open up, because you never know, one word of advice or encouragement from somebody that you give somebody can make the world of a difference. Because something you take for granted as a simple thing that, why didn't you do this? They haven't got a clue.
Right.
So that Move That Mountain is about that.
I love it. How often do you do your show?
Not as often as I should, because I'm traveling a lot.
You're a busy man.
But I made a pact where I'm buckling down to do that. I have a saying, and I try to tell people this: never let your head hit the pillow at night without doing one thing to move closer to something you say you want.
Ooh, I like that.
Because that's the day that you'll never get back, and you're not guaranteed the next day.
Amen.
So don't let your head hit the pillow without doing at least one. I don't care how incremental it is, but you must do at least one thing to draw closer to something you claim you want.
I like that. I am. I like that a lot.
Cool.
I do. And that's what we do, right?
Yeah.
In order to keep going, and because we talked about how, you know, it's easy to throw up the white flag and say, you know what, I'm so tired, I'm so over this, it's just not happening for me as fast as I wanted to. But I feel everything happens the way it's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
We only have so much control. I think the rest is just, you know, supposed to happen the way it happens.
Well,
we can help it along.
Yes.
We can help it along.
Yes.
But it's going to happen the way it's going to happen.
But I gotta,
you know.
you're so right. I got to say something to another one, which is, if I can remember the phrase of this. So often people give up the race they would have won, they could have won. And the minute you give it up, that's when you know you could have won the race. You know, when I ran track in high school and college, what kept me going to the end was knowing that if I stop now, I don't have an outcome.
Right.
So follow through.
Yeah.
You know, because many times you give up a race that you could have won. Here's what I said: to give up a race and watch a race that you could have won.
Right.
To stop, then you're going to be watching somebody continue
Yeah,
the race.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
no longer in the race.
Right. Yeah, you have to be in it. You have to be in
man.
it.
Gotta be in it.
All right, listen, we're going to take my last break. When we come back, we have a very special video that we're going to play, and you're going to tell everyone what that is. So don't go away. More with Dave Revels after this.
Wonder Woman was everything to little girls, especially that look like me. She stands for being a voice for people that need a voice. My organization renovates homes for people with disabilities. And when I come home, a self-care routine makes me feel my best. I'm very proud of the difference that we're making, and to see that impact in my community inspires me to work even harder for everyone around me.
The music was great, the singing was dynamite, the dancing was excellent, the people in the audience loved it.
When I heard you singing Santa Claus is Coming to Town, I thought you were little Michael Jackson reincarnated, come out and sang again.
Brought me back to my teenage years. Thank you.
Believe in you. Let's see if you believe in me.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. Yes, Dave Revels. Dave, tell everyone about the song that they're going to hear next. How'd that happen?
I co-wrote a song with Yorma Cochran of Jefferson Airplane and Hot Tuna. I worked with him at Furpees Ranch, a museum and a school he had in Pomeroy, Ohio. And he played one of his songs, and I loved it, and I got inspired to write a song with him. So at the end of COVID, just a tail end, he drove all the way up from Ohio, went into the studio, 2 takes, and we recorded a song.
Wow. All right, so let's take a listen. What's the name of it?
Birds and Sleeping Dogs.
Birds and Sleeping Dogs.
I need to wake up with my dreams firmly in my hand. I won't lose them all to someone's grander plan. Some have tried to decide where I must stay or I should go. This is my country too, and I'll plant my seeds and grow. Hawks don't sing and some birds don't fly, nor do they envy one another or care to wonder why. People need to stop and maybe think about that twice. And let birds be birds, and let sleeping dogs lie. It's the thrill seeker in me who needs to take that leap of faith, knowing life is much too short to play it straight or just go straight. And I won't hide away or fret away, nor will I pine. I'm gonna get on that bus and ride, go seek so I may find. Feels real good when someone asks me where I'm going, that I can point to all 4 corners and still get to where I'm going. I don't care how long it takes or if the sun go down before I reach. I know my fire will be waiting when I arrive to hear me preach. rooks don't sing and some birds don't fly, nor do they envy one another or care to wonder why. People need to stop and maybe think about that twice, and let birds be birds, and let sleeping dogs, let them
Beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. What a special, special moment. And you only did that in 2 takes, right?
2 takes.
2 takes.
Yeah.
That's what you get with professionals. 2 takes. I love it. All right, so listen, again, Dave Revels is on Facebook. Okay, go to daverevels.com to see where he's going to be performing. Revels Music 2018 on Instagram. And please, please come see him and Shadows of the 60s at the Argyle Theater on December 23rd. It is going to be a great show. It makes a great gift. We got to pick real quick. You got to tell me, pick letter N. Tell me about how that happened with Shaq.
Oh, with Shaq. I know his producer for his dance stuff. You know, he DJs. I know his producer. And he was doing something in Atlantic City, Ocean something casino, Oceanfront. And
You two look so tiny.
yeah, but here's the thing.
Next to him.
Here's what was funny. I took my camera trying to do a selfie
Thank
with him.
you. I appreciate that. But, oh my God.
No, I took my camera trying to hold it out.
You don't have arms long enough.
That's what he looked at me like I'm crazy. He grabbed my phone and did this. So all you see is a big arm, and me and Sonya is so short, she's trying to go like this. But he was cool.
That's great. That's great. All right, listen, again, I want to thank everyone for watching Tea Time, supporting me. I really appreciate it. And I love you. I really do. I'm blessed God put you in my life, my friend. I really, really am. And I wish you all the best, everything you do. And I want everyone to go see you and hear his fabulous group. I want everyone to have a wonderful, happy, healthy Thanksgiving. And I'll see you next week, everybody. Ciao.